We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. This defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, he pulls over it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Titans at 6-3 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And brought in downfield by Burks. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Henry. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and goal. Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20, 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
But it's certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
First and 10, Taylor now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 13-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Jackson will keep it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll give the Colts a first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Over 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Jackson, options out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Jackson with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, did we practice in that color jersey on that one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Woods the receiver in motion right. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. A 1st down carry for Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On 4th down, Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he's going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and started working away from it. And it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson now. Going deep for Walker. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep to return is KJ Osborne. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, another run with Taylor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 3rd down, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety.
Well, partner, I'm just going to say this. Whoever did the scouting report for this game is going to get a raise because they've had their number at every turn, and they just buried him for a safety with ease. When you earn 2 points and give up 0 for a half of football, there's not much left you can improve on, even though they'll try.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the option, here's Taylor. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now Jackson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he will again run into a wall as he is stuffed at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes K.J. Osborne out of his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill on the move to his left. It's caught by Hooper. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Down to about the 37. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Henry running right. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Rolling to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Now Osborne to return it. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. They begin with Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tannehill. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window. Right?
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Colts pick it up. The 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Lutt's good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Nice shot.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
play action now. Jackson. That's complete to Turner. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On third down, Henry. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Colts, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the